Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric here with Iraq Veteran 8888. We're continuing our 2016 SHOT Show coverage. We're here at the DDI booth. I guess it's really more of a kiosk, kind of small here. But you guys are probably familiar. We did a DDI AK-47 review sometime last year, and we had some pretty favorable opinions of that particular rifle. They're known for doing some really awesome AK-47s, AK-74s. Well, they got a really interesting little shotgun right here that I want to tell you guys about. It is their take on a Sega 12, basically. So the way this thing is set up, it's got some really interesting kind of changes and little rolling enhancements that they've done to the gun. One of the interesting things about this shotgun, guys, you got a lot of interchangeability with S12 parts, such as brakes, gas system components, fore ends, magazines interchangeability, so you can use all your standard S12 drums and sticks and everything like that. The grip and the stock are DDI's design, so they've kind of got this interesting sort of almost Polish barrel looking, kind of a, I don't know, to me a Polish inspired furniture set in my mind. You can notice here there's a castle nut. At some point they're going to offer basically an M4 style extension for those of you that want to run some sort of a like collapsible stock or everything like that. They've got an AR-15 style safety they've developed that is ambidextrous, can be reached from either side of the shotgun. This is a 12 gauge shotgun, semi-automatic, AK based obviously. There's some other interesting changes you can see, such as the top cover has an integrated diopter on the rear. So that gives you a longer sight radius, so when you're using iron sights, you get a nice long radius there. Another interesting thing that they've done is they've made a change to the way the takedown is right here. I mean, it's pretty much the same as you would expect on an AK, but the rear of the recoil guide rod assembly has these two divots that you can see poking out where my fingernails are. And these two divots actually lock the top cover in place and keep it from rotating or moving. Now, maybe not quite enough rigidity to use as like maybe an optics base, but for iron sights, it's absolutely perfect. Another interesting thing they did, left-hand charge. Okay, so you've got almost a Galil-inspired charging handle on the left. They've cut the side of the top cover, all right, and that allows for a left-hand charge. So again, you know, your hands are on the fire control mechanism. You can reach everything with the firing hand and operate it if you need to. Change magazines, charge, back on target. So pretty cool there. They went with the left-hand charge. The guns are coming in Parkerized, and then they're using a CK gun coat on them. So they're doing a paint over Parkerizing. This is kind of a pre-production model. They're expecting these guns to start shipping probably in the next month or so. It does use a 19-inch barrel, just like a standard S12. I'll tell you what, the thing is awesome. It's got a really nice feel to it, kind of an elegant feel. The receiver that they went with is maybe just a little bit lighter of a stamping than a standard S12, and believe it or not, it does cut down on weight just a little bit. One of the awesome things is these things are going to be debuting for around $599, so it's a $600 basically S12 variant. Now here's one of the interesting things. They're bringing these in from China, all right, and that's one of the things that at first they told me that and I was kind of like, China, what? You know, a lot of people have a bad taste in their mouth because of the Catamount Fury. And guys, the Catamount Fury is a garbage shotgun. I've dealt with several of them, you know, over the years, and I tell you that for a while they were kind of popular and people were messing with them. But guys, don't waste your time with those Catamounts. They are not good shotguns. We bought 5 of them at Moss. All right, and we had them come in. We had to send all 5 of them back to the manufacturer because they had bolts that were seized up and locked forward, parts that just weren't fitted properly. They were out of spec. Magazine well fitment was just really horrible. Sloppy mag latch work, sloppy trigger work. So this gun, in my opinion, when you pick it up, you know, I gave it to Chad earlier and I said, hey man, check this out. And he was like, so where's this made in? Czech, you know, Czechoslovakia. It has that kind of feel. It reminds me almost of like a VZ58. It has that milled but lightweight feel to it. It's strange. It's not. It's like an S12, but it's not an S12. So at first, when I heard Chinese produced, I'm thinking, okay, how good can this be? But seriously, guys, when you get your hands on one, pick one up, check it out, see what you think about it. For $600, you're definitely not going to go wrong. Oh, and speaking of triggers, I forgot to mention, this gun also uses a pretty modular trigger assembly that's actually contained in like a little box. So when you knock the axis pins out, you want to take the trigger mech out, say you want to clean it. The maintenance of this gun is pretty much just like a standard S12, but the trigger pack is modular and it's contained in like a little box. And you can just pull the whole thing out, almost like an M1 Garand. Like when you pull a trigger mech out of an M1 Garand, it's one unit. You can toss it into a ultrasonic and clean it up or do whatever you're going to do. But in the case of this gun, you've got a modular trigger system. You can drop in your ultrasonic, clean it off, hose the thing out, put it back together, and you're good. Now, we won't get into too many technical details. It does have a fiber optic front sight that's fitted in a dovetail. I would imagine that there'll probably be some rolling changes because this is a pre-production model. Another thing, I believe it does use a short tappet system just like the S12. So you have a piston on a carrier just like on an S12. The only difference being obviously is the charging handles on the left side and as opposed to the right. And then you got a tappet system. So very reliable operation. The gas system on this gun is a 4-position gas system, so you can run a wide variety of different ammunition. David back there was telling me that they've been running everything from cheap birdshot all the way up to full bore ammo, and they haven't had any issues. 8-round sticks, 10-round sticks, 12-round sticks, drums, it's all working. So guys, we'll probably be getting our hands on this gun. If I had to guess, we'll do a video for you guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Share it with your friends. Be sure that you're tuning in on a regular basis because we've got a ton of SHOT Show footage on the way. Guys, we're seeing so much cool stuff this year. There's just so many neat things in the industry that we want to show you guys. So make sure you stay in tune. Like us on Facebook. Share this video with your buddies. Thanks for watching. We appreciate the support, and we'll see you soon. Stay tuned.